been?
I've been in the basement, doing absolutely nothing.
Oh really? Why's that?
Well, the truth is, I've actually been working on a really big video for like the past 2 months, but that video's still not done yet, so let's talk about Slenderman some more. Okay, so if you saw my last video, you know I think Slenderman is pretty, stupid. He's one of those internet characters you never seem to stop hearing about, no matter how tired and lame his presence gets. When he's not spending his time starring in crappy horror games that bore me to tears, he's apparently having tentacle sex with Jeff the Killer. And now he's even made it on the news. Yep, 2 little girls stabbing their friend in the name of Slenderman. What the hell? Okay, first of all, Slenderman doesn't stab people. That doesn't even have anything to do with his lore. Second of all, way to go, media. Blame the video games, like you always do. Blame the internet. Blame Slenderman himself. And while you're at it, why don't you blame Waluigi? He seems like a pretty suspicious bastard. Anyway, controversial topics aside, Slenderman, in my opinion, isn't scary. And none of the games he's been in are very scary to me either. But that just begs the question, what about the movies? What about Marble Hornets?
Fine. Get out right now! What is that? Jump out on the street.
That's right, Slenderman appears in the world of film, too. I almost forgot. For those of you who don't know, Marble Hornets is an ongoing series of YouTube videos based on Slenderman. They came out back before Slenderman was popular. In fact, they're one of the main reasons he got popular. Similar to movies like Cloverfield or Paranormal Activity, Marble Hornets is shot documentary style, with a handheld camera and a really low budget, which seems to be the only way to make a Slenderman movie. And you know what? I really like them. Yeah, I actually like Marble Hornets. I mean, okay, the acting is terrible. I mean, really terrible. I can't even watch it with a straight face sometimes.
First you tell me some stupid thing about a hotel documentary, and then you tell me your house is being renovated, but then you told me your job was being relocated. What is going on?
It's complicated.
It's complicated. I'm being chased by Slenderman.
You're not acting like a normal person.
Quite frankly, I don't think either of you are acting like a normal person.
Well, what's the matter to you? You're just some stranger.
But while the acting's certainly not great, and the story is kind of painfully stupid, the videos themselves are actually pretty impressive. Some of them are really creative, and once in a while, they actually manage to be pretty damn scary. Seriously, if you haven't watched these videos already, watch them when you're alone, at night, and I promise you, some of them will definitely take you by surprise.
Alex? Alex?
What I really love about these videos is that they're completely handmade. They're put together with a really low budget, with very little production value, and with very few people working on them. And yet, they still turn out great. And hey, what do you know? Slenderman is actually scary for once. Yeah, even though I've never found Slenderman scary in any way whatsoever, I think he's actually pretty creepy in these videos. I mean, yeah, sometimes you can totally tell he's just a man in a suit. I mean, seriously? Seriously? But as the videos go on, he becomes more and more real, moving around and doing things with his presence that seem more sinister and strange. They keep his presence relatively subtle, without ever having to revert to cheesy jump scares or constant repetitive actions. And you know what the best part is? They don't even call him Slenderman. Instead, he's referred to as the Operator. The Slenderman in these videos is a much different character than the Slenderman of the internet. He doesn't kidnap children or anything. Instead, he sort of controls people. Any character in the videos who ends up encountering Slenderman usually becomes possessed, going insane and doing things they wouldn't normally do. That's what the guy in the mask is supposed to be. He's Slenderman's puppet, and he's probably the scariest thing in the videos. I also love how there are two YouTube channels associated with the project. There's Marble Hornets, and then there's To The Ark. To The Ark is a YouTube channel supposedly owned by Slenderman's puppets, and the videos they upload are much, much creepier. These videos are probably my favorite thing about Marble Hornets. They're freaking delicious. They almost make you feel like you're inside Slenderman's mind or something. The way they're put together is creative and intimidating, and sometimes they're way scarier than the other videos. Oh, and yes, Kirby was a reference. That wasn't even supposed to be a jump scare. You pansies. So yeah, I think the Marble Hornets videos are pretty cool. Despite the fact that they have the capacity to be really cheesy. I mean, is that supposed to be blood? Is that really supposed to be blood? I think they actually did a really good job at what they set out to do. For what it is, Marble Hornets is unique, scary, and pretty damn fun to watch. But now, let's not forget, there's also a movie. Oh yes, on August 9th, 2012, the Slenderman movie was kickstarted by fans and put into production for $10,000 by a guy named AJ Meadows. And it's horrible. I'm sorry, AJ. Don't hate me. I just don't like the movie very much. To be fair, the Slenderman movie didn't rip off Marble Hornets or anything. It's actually based on the internet version of Slenderman, the one who kidnaps children and stuff. But oh my god, this movie is so boring. It moves so slowly, and nothing even happens. It follows the story of this guy who captures children and gives them to Slenderman. And these two teenagers get involved, and they see Slenderman, like, once. And that's about the most interesting thing that happens.
He's only showing up on camera.
Let me see. He's gone.
The whole movie is basically just people talking. Talking to the camera about their missing child, talking to the camera about Slenderman, talking to the camera about the camera.
You're gonna make a documentary about Dad being dead for your class?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that makes you a bad person.
Does it? Does it?
Yes! You know how much shit I'm gonna get from Uncle Teddy if he sees you?
He's not gonna know I haven't. Nobody will.
Your acting is so enjoyable, please continue. Okay, the acting isn't exactly bad. I mean, the acting in Marble Hornets was a hell of a lot worse than this. But see, the cool thing about Marble Hornets is the characters don't really say anything. They don't spend a lot of time talking. Most of the videos are spent showing us creepy things, experimenting with mysterious events and frightening imagery. This movie, on the other hand, doesn't do anything like that. Instead of exploring spooky locations and investigating Slenderman, the characters in this movie stay at home, researching Slenderman on the internet.
It's the Slender Man. He's like this urban legend, I guess, who stalks and kidnaps kids.
We get to see some of the children getting kidnapped, but it never really feels scary or convincing. Yeah, Slenderman appears for a fraction of a second and does nothing. Frightening. And the rest of the movie is just people getting interviewed and talking to the camera. There's nothing interesting in between, there's nothing creepy going on in the background like in Marble Hornets. There's just people talking and talking. The only interesting part is the ending, where the teenagers get tied up by the kidnapper, who tells them he's going to give them to Slenderman.
Maybe the two of you will do.
I mean, I've already got you tied up.
Now, this might actually be a little intimidating if we knew anything about the Slenderman. Tell me, why is the audience supposed to be afraid here? I wouldn't be scared if someone told me they were gonna give me to Slenderman. I would probably just laugh. I don't know anything about Slenderman. I don't know what he does or what he thinks. You know, you're already tied up in a creepy man's basement. Isn't that scary enough? I guess this scene might have worked if Slenderman appeared behind them or something. So eventually they untie themselves and escape, running away into the woods and shaking the camera like a lunatic. And finally, Slenderman does appear, snatching up one of the teenagers and disappearing into the trees. Oh, and of course, it wouldn't be a crappy horror movie without a crappy jump scare at the end.
There.
It's a hoax. People have Photoshop, MS Paint. If you want to get freaking Jennifer Aniston getting double teamed, I guarantee you that exists.
Yeah, but this isn't Jennifer Aniston getting double teamed, Chase.
So, AJ, I can tell you tried your best to make a good movie, but it's just boring. How can something kickstarted with $10,000 by its own fans turn out to be so boring? Well, I think if you want to make something good involving Slenderman, you have to make something more than Slenderman. I've said this before. I don't think Slenderman is a very creative creature, and he's not scary enough to carry a movie by himself. And I think that's why Marble Hornets is so great. It did more than it set out to do. It created its own lore, its own unique scares, and its own version of Slenderman, completely independent of the internet myth. And while Marble Hornets certainly isn't amazing, I think I'd say it's the best thing to ever come out of Slenderman. And look, someone purchased the rights to make a Marble Hornets movie. So now we get to see Hollywood completely ruin it. Yay! And you guys were all saying Slenderman isn't relevant anymore. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but it looks like he is still relevant. So let's just agree to never speak of him ever again. Jump scare. Obvious. Terror.